I am on the asexual spectrum, so I'm not a very sexual person, and I'm very specific.
She's an asexual vampire, bro. Come on, dogs. Like, you can't just stack. You can't stack like that. You can't stack, bro. If you're gonna be in the LGBTQ, bro, you can be in the LGBTQ, bro. But then if you're gonna be disabled with that, it's just like, it's a lot, bro. Like, then you're a vampire on top of being, you know what I mean? A vampire is too much first world stacking, bro. You, as a first world citizen, you know, States, Canada, you know, whatever. Somebody who lives in a first world country. You cannot just boast your privilege like that by stacking those, like, you can't stack those disabilities. You can't be a bisexual vampire who's disabled and is on the spectrum. You can't stack, bro. That's literally just like, that's disrespectful. You're just flaunting your first world problems in the face of people who live real lives, bro. You want one, you want to be a vampire, you want to be asexual, you want to be disabled, that's fine. All 3, 4 on the, you can't, bro.
Being a vampire isn't something that you can just choose. It is something you are born with.
My name is Logan South, and I am the king of the Vampire Court of Austin.
My name is Daly South, and I am the queen of the Vampire Court of Austin.
We are specialized wedding planners.
And we also happen to be vampires. Today, our good friends and court members, Roxanne and Ian, are actually tying the knot.
I've been waiting a long time to spend the rest of my life with this guy.
Oh, yes!
This is definitely the most last-minute wedding that we've ever done.
When the stakes are so high, it's really important that you don't crumble under pressure.
I'm not okay with that.
You're gonna live.
No, I'm not!
Wait, I'm the officiant?
Yeah.
No one told me that I was the officiant.
Yeah.
First time I ever met Daly, I had an immediate connection with her.
We went on a date. We were sitting at the table, and he reached out and he touched my hand, and it was like this electricity. And we've now been married for 3 years.
3 years. The Vampire Court of Austin is basically the vampire town hall for all of the vampires within the communities and territories of Austin.
We started in 2012. He was already running a couple of smaller scale vampire events just to kind of bring the community together. And people saw what we were doing, and pretty soon people were coming to us saying, can you do weddings? Today, our good friends and court members, Roxanne and Ian, are actually tying the knot.
We really wanted Logan and Daly to organize this wedding because if anyone knows us better than even our own family, it would be those two.
Hello, darling.
So much.
Of course, come in, please. So it's really important to us that this wedding goes off without a hitch. I'm just really freaking out about getting there on time, having time to set up, and getting all this done and over with in 3 hours.
Damn.
Jen! Come here. We have a live-in assistant named Jennifer. She has been with us for 4.5, almost 5 years, I think now.
It's like being an assistant to Logan and Daly is fantastic. I love them so much.
The venue just informed me they don't have any sort of tablecloths or 4.5, almost 5 years, I think now.
It's like being an assistant to Logan and Daly is fantastic. I love them so much.
The venue just informed me they don't. She has been with us for 4.5, almost 5 years, I think now.
It's like being an assistant to Logan and Daly is fantastic.
What do y'all be doing with her, bro, that she's talking like this, bro? That she's moving and behaving like this? Fuck what she's saying, bro. Let's just look at the body language. So how do you feel about living with them? You know, Logan and, you know, Danny or whatever. Something, nah, they be doing some type of rituals, bro. She's all like, they be doing some type of rituals.
The venue just informed me they don't have any sort of tablecloths or anything like that. Do we have any type of fabric? She helps us with pretty much everything, day-to-day tasks. Obviously, I'm not gonna be too picky because it's so last minute.
This looks like a mostly cloth.
This is definitely the most last-minute wedding that we've ever done. Working with Logan on these events is absolutely amazing, but sometimes he's a little too laid back with the events.
I'm also officiating the wedding tonight, so I'll tack that on to the other 100 things that I've got to do.
I think I'm gonna call Logan to come and give his opinion too, because like.
So what is the makeup providing though? Like, are you looking for a more pale look? Because you are, you know, they are vampires, so they say. And so you want the look to be like pale. They didn't say anything about like doing things that vampires do. So like that's kind of what I'm waiting for a little bit. I don't really know what I'm expecting. Like they're saying that they're vampires, so like low key like expecting anything is just like I'm just here to just see what niggas is up to. See what niggas is
I think
saying.
I'm gonna call Logan to come and give his opinion too, because like this is a lot right now. Logan!
Almost there. Pale it out, make yourself look a little more undead than usual.
A
Okay, pale it out. So he's going for a pale look. Okay.
vampire is someone that, for one reason or another, needs to take in human energy in the form of blood or psychic energy to keep themselves healthy. I
Or psychic energy?
drink human blood from a donor once a month. I do it because I have to. The majority of vampires commonly awaken during puberty. I remember sitting in my English class, and I started to feel this intense thirst that I'd never felt before. And I ran to the first water fountain I could find, and I just started gulping down water. I didn't feel any less thirsty. And at that point, I happened to run into one of my friends in the hallway that had been helping me through my awakening, and they said, "Oh, this is what you're experiencing. Let's go find your donor." So we found my friend, and they pulled out a lancet, and I drank from them, and it was immediately gone. I don't like the way blood tastes. I find it inconvenient to have to do regularly. I'm someone that needs it, but I'm not a big fan of it.
For me, it was like a switch flipped on, and suddenly there was this kind of change in my perception of the world. There's this almost predatory instinct for the world around me.
Heightened all of my senses and sensations. A rush.
Daily and
In contemporary society, there are people who identify as vampires, often referred to as real vampires. These individuals may consume blood or claim to feed on the energy of others, believing it is necessary for their well-being. Research indicates that there are thousands of self-identified vampires in the United States, many of whom participate in consensual blood drinking practices. These modern vampires often lead to ordinary lives and may not conform to the stereotypical image of vampires seen in movies. They may engage in roleplay or having specific beliefs about their need for blood or energy, but do not possess supernatural abilities. In summary, while the classic image of vampires as immortal blood-sucking monsters is purely fictional, the concept of real vampires exists in modern society. These individuals have their own unique practices and beliefs, distinguishing them from mythological creatures of folklore.
and I are definitely the perfect pair. She is the meticulous, nearly neurotic.
I'm not okay with being unprofessional with this.
I am the calm, logical one who maybe at times can be a little too flippant.
I'm not okay with that.
Flippant.
You're gonna live.
No, I'm not!
The energies between the two of us, they come together and we're unstoppable.
This nigga talk like he want to be like an actor or something. Like,
You're gonna live.
No, I'm not!
our two energies come together and we're unstoppable.
The energies between the two of us, they come together and we're unstoppable.
We're unstoppable.
I love you. Love you. Let's do this. Aren't you supposed to be upstairs being bridal?
Nobody throws an event like they do, and we knew they'd be able to pull it off in a short amount of time.
Welcome! The upstairs is kind of like a haunted museum, so feel free to walk around. I think the hardest part about the job of being someone's
Imagine niggas get sick and they like, yo, like, have you had your blood this month? Oh my gosh, babe. With everything that was going on, like, I totally forgot to drink my blood. I'm gonna get on that first thing in the morning. You gotta remember to drink your blood, babe. You gotta remember, each month you need 16 ounces by the end of the month. Come on.
wedding planner is that we are someone's wedding planner. It's their big day. I really want it to be smooth and for everything to just go absolutely correctly timed. We are in charge of the biggest, most important day of their lives.
Being responsible for that.
That's a lot of pressure. Oh yeah, they're in here. They're good. They're dressed.
I'm very nervous about the ceremony tonight, but I'm also extremely excited.
Could I like borrow them?
I get you're tired, bro. Just
they?
let's work through these videos.
You have the rings, best man?
So Daly and I have always had a polyamorous relationship since we got together. We just had that conversation and we realized that that was what we wanted to do. We both felt this way. We felt there was room for more love in our lives.
So apparently I'm the maid of honor.
My girlfriend is named Mariluna Sombra. It was more than like physical attraction. It was like something pulling us together.
I am on the asexual spectrum, so I'm not a very sexual person, and I'm very specific.
She's an asexual vampire, bro. Come on, dogs. Like, you can't just stack. You can't stack like that. You can't stack, bro. If you're gonna be in the LGBTQ, bro, you can be in the LGBTQ, bro. But then if you're gonna be disabled with that, it's just like, it's a lot, bro. Like, then you're a vampire on top of being, you know what I mean? A vampire is too much first world stacking, bro. You, as a first world citizen, you know, States, Canada, you know, whatever. Somebody who lives in a first world country, you cannot just boast your privilege like that by stacking those, like, you can't stack those disabilities. You can't be a bisexual vampire who's disabled and is on the spectrum. You can't stack, bro. That's literally just like, that's disrespectful. You're just flaunting your first world problems in the face of people who live real lives, bro. You want one? You want to be a vampire? You want to be asexual? You want to be disabled? That's fine. All 3, 4 on the... You can't, bro.
About people that I date.
The closer it gets to the actual ceremony, which is like
I've never seen somebody apply lipstick like that. Right now, granted, I don't really haven't really seen somebody apply lipstick that many times, but they seem super efficient, bruh. She's wiping it. She's like, yeah, I see what she's doing, and then she's applying it. That's a lot neater. I feel like if you do it like that, you're far less likely to get lipstick on your teeth, and you're less likely to have like shit around your mouth and shit like that.
The closer it gets to the actual ceremony, which is like, in 20 minutes, I'm a little shaky, I'm a little nervous, but also the more excited I am.
I have unfortunately chomped most of my fingers to the nub, and I'm just trying to keep myself from making an absolute fool of myself, which reflects on her and the extended vampire community. Oh, you got this, you got this, you got this.
Shorty said she was
Anything
thirsty.
that goes wrong, you know, you never know if that's going to be something that just destroys their whole day.
We are prepared, but we are not yet starting. Correct. Okay.
You know, I caught them kind of in here, and it looked like Ian was getting kind of emotional.
Don't stammer yourself. Don't stop yourself. Don't think of it as work.
Go grab a drink and sit the fuck down.
Okay?
Table matches. I can handle this. I don't know.
Look at me.
Ian he's just a very emotional person.
I've been waiting a long time to spend the rest of my life with this guy.
That's a good
I'm
idea.
definitely a little nervous about it.
You just go into a room and just fucking scream your face off. Like doing that before games, before a wedding, before graduations, you know, maybe even a birthday party. Just go in a room and just fucking scream as loud as you can, bruh. Spam all the emotes.
Oh, yes!
We ask that you join us this evening in witnessing the union of Roxanne and Ian. Like the circle, true love itself is infinite. With these rings exchanged, your bond is made finite. You may kiss your partner.
You may not kiss your partner.
It feels great to be married. I couldn't be more thrilled with how everything came together.
Who picked the rings?
We picked them together. We wanted something that symbolized the fire because of the twin flame connection that we have, so.
And it sparkles like a star.
I think the ceremony went absolutely amazing. I was actually extremely surprised by how smooth and how absolutely beautiful everything went.
You know what? All things considered, I guess we pulled it off.
So, like, if you're asexual, do you have sex? I mean, I'm sure you don't have sex as often. But, like, do you have sex? Like, how do you get in the mood? Are you ever in the mood? Like, what does that feel like to be? Because, like, okay, let's just say, like, if I'm asexual, right? Let's look at what asexual means. I think it means, wait. Asexual is defined as the lack of sexual attraction to others or low interest in sexual activity. Asexual individuals, often referred to as ace, may identify as having little to no sexual attraction, and they can form various types of intimate relationships, including romantic, platonic ones. Asexuality is considered a sexual orientation, and it encompasses a broad spectrum of experiences and identities. Wow. I guess you could though, cause like just speaking from it, from like a logistical standpoint, like if I have basically no interest in like sex, right? I can still kiss. Like I guess I can still want like certain levels of intimacy, and I guess if certain things are happening to me, my body can respond, right? So let's say if I'm an asexual man, right? If things are being done to me, if I'm being touched, my body might just respond. You know what I mean? Like I might just, respond, and then I guess I could have sex if I so choose to. So I guess that's what I assume. If anybody is watching this that's asexual or knows anybody or has any information, please share.
Suckers for love.